Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and hope you have a great and wonderful day. And I'm wondering if you people understand a few things. Few things about stupid people and their ignorance, and how they kind of advocate for their own death. Well, we're gonna go over a few things here today, and hopefully any of the far leftists that are possibly watching my channel, or you trans people that are watching my channel, or what have you, will start understanding maybe your stances, maybe your victories, maybe your callouts for, going to Hamas, or the Gaza, or stuff like that, or, all that praise. It's perfectly not okay. But, it might warrant in your death. We're gonna go over this. First, we're gonna have this, from End Wokeness. LGBTQ plus activists on converting to Islam. Historically, the Islamic world is very open for queer people. We even have special words. Western European colonization came and changed the culture and narrative. Well, let's see what this lunatic has to say.
And change the culture and change the narrative. And you can actually see that happen worldwide. The United States did not start off homophobic and transphobic. Uganda didn't start off homophobic and transphobic. The Islamic world did not start off homophobic and transphobic. And then people go, oh yeah, we'll point out a famous queer Muslim. How about Rumi? If you have religious trauma, I am sorry. I do too. But guess what? You don't get to ostracize me from the queer community because I'm actually finding God. Are you kidding me? I'm having a beautiful moment with myself and y'all are just shitting on me and it's fucked up. I'd suggest that you start looking up some queer Muslims because there's a lot of them out there. The queer community is not a monolith. The Islamic community is not a monolith. Can you please just stop trying to perpetuate trauma onto people because you haven't dealt with it yourself? I get to have my own journey with religion. Colonization came through and changed the culture and changed the narrative. And you can actually see that happen worldwide. The United States did not start off homophobic and transphobic. Uganda didn't start off homophobic and transphobic.
So, again, we're going to go over a few things here that is, this person's absolutely a bloody lunatic. No, they're not. And we're going to go over this. So, we have this. LGBT voices are increasingly speaking up for Palestinians despite backlash. So, yeah, we have more people are talking up about this, all that. A debate about Israel's war on Palestine and pro-LGBTQ people are increasingly finding themselves caught in the rhetorical crossfire. These conflicts reveal that the fault lines of progressive queer politics between those in service of intersectional solidarity and those who advocate homo nationalism in service of racism and materialism. Alright, so, let's start with this, alright? Let's start with this. And look at this, right? Trans people, gay people, look at this. Now, we have this. We have this from Human Dignity Trust and a few other things. Same-sex, this is from in Palestine. Same-sex sexual activity is prohibited in Gaza under the British Mandate Criminal Code, ordinance in 1936. The relevant provision carries a maximum penalty of 10 years imprisonment. We have this here. Same-sex sexual activity is prohibited in Gaza under the British Mandate Criminal Code, Ordinance 1936. The relevant provision carries a maximum penalty of 10 years imprisonment, blah, 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 blah. Now it goes on. The law has inherited from the British. It continues to help be in operation in Gaza today, although it is not enforced elsewhere in Palestine. Well, we wonder about that. There's little evidence of the law being enforced, and it appears to be largely obsolete in practice. However, an incident in 2017 saw an author being threatened with prosecution for writing a novel which included LGBT themes. There do not appear to be any other reports of enforcement of the anti-criminalizing law or other laws. Nevertheless, the mere existence of this provision in itself is a violation of human rights and other plans to further acts of discrimination. See further. So yeah. We have this here. In February, the Attorney General moved to prosecute writer Abed Anyaya, banning his novel Crime in Ramallah and accusing him of threatening morality and public decency. So yeah, this is what's going on here. Now, I'm not done, so don't leave. Don't leave. So we see here, types of criminalizing LGBT people, and criminalizing sexual activity between males. So, it's not done. Now the females could also be a thing too, but again, now we're going here. Your human rights campaign, people. Stances on faiths of LGBTQ issues in Islam, Sunni, and Shia. Right? Well, we're going to go here. We're just going to read this. Alright? These are the one things that we're going to be reading here. Transgender men and women are recognized and accepted in many Islamic cultures around the world. In fact, the idea of a man or woman identifying as a member of the opposite gender is more likely to be accepted than that of a man or woman expressing sexual desire or someone of their own gender. As early as 1988, gender reassignment surgery was declared acceptable under Islamic law by scholars at Egypt's Al-Azhar, the world's oldest Islamic university. In Iran, in 1987, Ayatollah Khomeini declared transgender surgical operations allowable. The basis for this attitude of acceptance is the belief that a person is born transgender but chooses to be homosexual, making homosexuality is a sin. Nevertheless, many transgender Muslims, after reassignment surgery, suffer rejection socially and culturally in their own communities due to their remaining in their place of origin. If one is unable to relocate to another region where they are not known, they often suffer verbal and physical violence. Alright, so we have that here. Right? Now, we're going to correct this. So this is from Pink News, and it says thousands of gay people are being forced to undergo gender reassignment surgery in Iran for a vile reason. Oh, I wonder why that is. Oh, it says here, they are trying to cleanse the country of homosexuals, says activists. Shadi Amin, an Iranian-born activist, told The Sun that this homophobic Iranian regime is controlled by religious extremists who view being gay as an illness. They believe that the only way it can be cured is by changing gender. The government believes that if you are a gay man, your soul is that of a woman and you should change your body, Amin said. We think this is a way for them to fight the existence of homosexual people because you change their body and you solve the problem. The regime gives gay people two choices: to be arrested as a homosexual and risk punishment or even execution, or change your body. Government data shows that around 4,000 gender reassignment surgeries are performed in Iran each year. Amin, however, claims that those numbers are actually much higher in reality. They are trying to cleanse the country of homosexuals, she added. Oh, the plight of queer people in Iran does not get much easier after surgery. After forcibly getting individuals operated on, the government turns a blind eye to them, says Azurma Chakadar, writing of the China Business Times. Amin pointed out that the most transgender people lost support from their families after having surgery. Without the prospect of employment, transgender people turn to prostitution. The state offers very little protection to transgender people, and they are often subject to discrimination and physical violence, Chakadar said. So, about you trans people, about you guys of the gay community, the people that are advocating increasing for you can't pink-wash colonialism, queers for Palestine, and this lunatic here, yes, what is going on? You are saying you are advocate for going to this place here, but of course, we have this here to where they're forcing you to get transgender surgery, so that way they can sort of look the other way. But still, you still face verbal violence and physical and discrimination and verbal violence. Not verbal violence, discrimination and physical violence. And on top of that, your family disowns you and stuff like that as well. So it's not really much better, you could say. And then we have this chorus. We have to put a bit more execution. Stop gay executions in Iran. That's a little weird. Iran purportedly executes 2 gay men over sodomy charges. Well, that doesn't seem too great. And then Iran defends execution of gay people. On the Wednesday, accused of Iran of violating fundamental human rights after Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif endorsed the execution of gay people. Zarif defended his country's draconian policies at a joint press conference with German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas in Tehran on Monday. A reporter from German tabloid asked why are homosexuals executed in Iran because of their sexual orientation. He responded, "Our society has moral principles, and we live according to these principles. These are moral principles concerning the behavior of the people in general, and that means that the law is respected and the law is obeyed, after railing against human rights violations by the U.S. and Israel." So, the people that you hate, trans people, far left and stuff like that, Israel, the people that you're trying to put your anti-Semitism against, wanting to eradicate the Jews, the U.S. and Israel has said that what they're doing to gay people is a human right violation. And you have the Iran people, by the way, this is from 2019, so they haven't changed much at all, that they defend on killing gay people, and they have shown killing 2 gay men over sodomy charges. And then they're forcing gay people to have transgender surgery so that way they could possibly, and maybe, quotation marks, look the other way to eradicate homosexuals from their country. But then, of course, it's not over, right? So, again, trans people, talk to me, sweethearts, babes, come on. Why would you support people that actively would kill you on sight or put you in prison for 10 years for your death. You are advocating for your death. I cannot make this up. I have never seen people actually advocate for their death before. It's actually astonishing. This goes to show that these people have no idea what it's like to live in those countries, or that's the fact that they did, or it's the fact that they want people to go to those countries knowingly that they will die if they go to those countries. There is no other way. They're either advocating for their own death, or they know this and they're advocating for people to go to that country and die in the process. There is no win situation here. So, despite the fact that you're either killing yourselves or advocating for your own death, or you're asking people to go die and lying to them. Which, honestly, the second one is worse. So maybe it might, honestly, to be brutally honest, the first one might actually be slightly better. At least you're advocating for your own death, which is insane. But if you willingly know this, it's even worse. So, I think we've all learned something very valuable today. Probably not a good idea to stand up and defend Hamas, and probably to defend Iran, because if you're gay, they'll put you in jail for 10 years, or, well, they'll just kill you. So, I don't know about that one. Really hard to say much, but, yeah, that's just reality, folks. And, one was from CBS, so you guys probably should enjoy that, and another one is from, human rights and stuff like that. So, it's kind of more disgusting that these people are actively saying that they are actively ready for transgender people, lying to them and saying, "Oh, we advocate for it," but the reality is they don't actually advocate for it. You're doing it to eliminate a certain group of people from existence. A little odd. All right, guys, that is it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. Cause it's algorithmic disease, the social